introduce the show.
Awesome. What's up, guys? You're with me, your girl, Martina Ayoro, a.k.a. Artist Marty. And we're here with the NRG Takeover Session with DJ Colejax up on the decks.
Colejax.
Yes, sir! Okay. Let go, DJ. Do your thing.
International flicks. Starboy there. Yeah. Now I walk a lot on a Saturday. Yeah. I'm up, I'm wave. I've seen a lot of things done come my way. I'm thankful for today. I've seen worse days. A lot of things I've seen. I don't sleep, nah. Don't sleep on that thing. Come wine, don't sleep, nah. I walk a lot when it's Saturdays. Yeah, right now I'm on a holiday. Yeah, free and fly away. Yeah, baby, I can cool me down. Don't sleep on my holiday. Yeah, I wanna fly away. Yeah, free and fly away. Don't mind, I can cool me down.
Group and the boost out, tembea. Nataka wanja tame, sogea. Wakopo pambe, kapotea. Goma isame ya kidedea. Masharti ya mganga wameyakosea. Wamekuja kuzima kumba na chochea. Wanaupepea, moto kolea. Nazani mini wa kuchezea. Zima redio mbao. Haya, zima na mtandao. Haya, sema nao, piga bao. Haya, sisi sosa size yao. Vunja vigenge kibiza mwenge kama desturi. Uso sawa wa kucheza umevalia msuri. Tatu mwagia razi utatualibia shughuli. Kulizia wananitaga nguli. Kama unaimba ni kuitikie. Gome na noga kucheza mtu akupigie. Cheke, ulie, ishike, yechi.
Hey yo, Papa, Bari Papa, hey, Papa, Bari Papa, because of Papa, Bari Papa, hey, the kingdom be represented. Want them into bad mind, want them into evil, hey yeah. Want them into obia, want them into evil, hey yeah. Want them into bad mind, want them into evil, hey. Want them into obia, want them.
DJ. Hey. And that was DJ Colejax up on the decks. DJ Colejax, thank you for that beautiful mix.
Anytime.
Other than that, this is the NRG Takeover Session This is the NRG Takeover Session, and today we're going to talk about all matters third wave. So what has the third wave taken over? If I'm going to say, first of all, artists were greatly affected during, the pandemic, ever since the pandemic started. And it has been very hard for them to just navigate their way. But we have also seen them come up with creative ways of how to get by, during this pandemic. DJ Colejax, you have an interesting story as an artist. Ebu, just tell us. Yes, so you're a DJ, yeah?
Yes.
And when Corona hit, what happened?
When Corona hit, basically, everyone had to do what they had to do to survive, even if it means doing odd jobs. So for me personally, I went into the construction industry.
Hey, sema vizuri. Ulikuwa mjei.
Nilikuwa kazi ya mjengo.
Buddha. So you did that the whole of 2020, yeah?
I did that the whole of 2020, obviously while doing a bit of DJing on the side.
Yeah, man, and it's crazy out there because for me, it's different, man. For me, being a performing artist, I was just able to have workshops and attend different festivals that saw me through 2020, which for me is nothing short for a blessing. But, we appreciate what artists out there are doing and creatives are doing to just get by during this pandemic, True. And it's not just people like you who are going unaenda mjei. Kuna watu wenye unajua wanauza nguo. We have people who are painting houses, so people have been able to just discover, new things about them, and as well as still carry on with their artistry.
True.
It's interestingly enough, we just had the KCP results announced. And public schools did well. How do we feel about this? First of all, me so private, wacha tu nsidanganye. My performance, let's not get personal. But DJ Colejax, I'm gonna ask you, ulikuwa mtu wa public ama private?
Mtu wa private.
Private. Okay. So if you're listening to us, guys, you can give us your thoughts. How is it doing during your time when you had to sit for your KCPE? Because I'm just imagining right now kids who have had to do their exams during a pandemic, You know, and also again, Uhuru pardoned those who cheated. So I'm just saying, I'm a bit jealous. I'm a bit jealous because
Why are you jealous?
let's watch any CG kidogo too.
Yes.
But yeah, I wish I was pardoned, Pia.
Why? How many marks did you get in
No,
KCP?
guys, let's not get personal by the tusiseme mwenye liba na hakuiba. We do not promote theft. Yeah. But DJ Colejax, take us back to the music.
It's gotta be DJ Colejax.
Loudest in the game.
Don't for this, Mr. By the way, you know, Ex-Waroda collabo na waire. I could be one of the greats, is it too late? Maybe. But I'm a choker to show I'm so lazy. Biz no more kulejiji, na need to shop, so he walks super missing. But love me now, you kwa him ziki. Doesn't take much for him to convince me. Gine it's a express. Me'll get to chase cash from east to west. We can gap in it a Vuta, man. I didn't even tell us stress now, my chupa. Man, I'm too dope for this. Ku chase my TV presenter. Na ku front kwa TV. Man, I'm too dope for this. Ku post pictures za kuchocha IG. Myself in the candy. Man, I'm too dope for this. Ku kula chuma dem bila CD. Na vile kudedi ni rae. I'm too dope for this. Basi itabidi nimeprove it.
And maybe it's time. I think it's time. Let's drink this time. Don't think this time. Tequila. Shorty, I know you know that I gotta get it up and out. All the racks in the club, all of these bottles. Hold on,
Okay, and we're back with me, your girl Martina Yoro. Like I said, artist Marty. And we're talking about All Matters third wave and what they've taken over. Now, relationships is something interesting that has happened during COVID times. DJ,
Yes.
just tell us, what are your status? Relationship status.
Single as a Pringle.
Hey, okay. Shouting. I see exclusive right there. I'm exclusive if you don't mind. What are your relationship status? Or what have they been during the pandemic? Whoa! Where? Okay. What about you, Mo? Yeah.
More.
Very busy. That's your relationship
Moduri.
status?
Moduri.
Okay. And you know, during this pandemic, apart from just relationships blossoming, because watu wamefungiwa place kamoja tu, curfew has also reduced the time. So you know, nasikia watu wakisema huko nje that hatuwezi tembea sana. We cannot see the people we want to see. Sijui ni watu gani hawa watu wanataka kuwaona. Lakini, this period of the pandemic as well, we've also seen a lot of GBV cases, which is quite sad, and we've seen also a lot of suicide cases happening, which is as well sad. And we just need to talk about these things more. You know, a no is a no. We've also talked about a lot of consent being talked about. And what do you think about it?
No is no. Consent, you have to respect the ladies or females. If they say no, it's no. Respect every decision that they...
Yes, sir. Up in here, we say consent all day, every day. Yeah. Wambua, I see you here. What do you have to say about relationships? Kwanza hebu tuambie status zako ni gani? What's your relationship status?
Well, I'm taken.
Wow.
I thank God. I am not.
Mkamba kabisa. I thank God.
No.
I am safe. At least I'm safe from the entanglements you guys go through. I'm not busy.
What are you
And
trying
if
to
I'm
say?
busy,
No.
actually, if I am busy, at least I am busy to a person that I own or owns me, or we are an item actually.
Wow.
So yes, I am not available actually,
Hey.
but I am only available to a single person.
Yes,
that's me.
what. And tell us, just what are your thoughts about, you know, men that, you know, giving consent to? Should men actually, you know, give consent as well? Because you know,
I think
it
it
always
goes
looks
both
like
ways.
yeah.
I think it goes both ways. Yeah, it goes both ways, yeah.
Okay. Interesting. Okay, that was our time today. That was the NRG Takeover Session with me, your girl, Martina Ayoro, and DJ Colejax up on the decks. And Wambua, thank you for doing social media for us, you know? DJ?
London, London.
Interesting. Yeah, it was interesting. I think being my first time doing radio, it was. Yeah, and I think now being here physically, it's just. I think it was in between learning and actually doing it, so it was a good experience for me.
Brian, how was it for you?
I enjoyed the experience.
Yeah?
Basically, just getting to this point, up to this point, is a humbling experience for me. I'm very grateful for the opportunity and the chance.
It's about being natural.
True. I think it was just a bit
you
nervous.
changed when you talked to her. You changed.
Okay, I think I was just a bit nervous.
As far as your mixes are concerned, I'm sure Exclusive will tell you about them in a second. I actually was really impressed last time I saw you, and I'm very impressed with you again today.
Thank you very much.
Martina, I thought you were confident. I also thought you were nervous, which is fine. Nothing wrong with that. You talked to Brian a lot and forgot about the audience. Okay. Yeah. You also spoke to Exclusive. You spoke to Kevin. Were they your listeners, or were they? Because you didn't actually say that they were listeners. They just were the audience here. So you forgot about your audience at home, and that's your main key thing. Okay, about your audience at home. I like your personality. I really like your personality. How old are you?
I'm about to turn 25.
25.
Yeah.
Okay. Excellent. Okay. Thank you very much, guys.
25.
Oh.
Yeah.
30 plus. For the DJ, Colejax, I know you from way back. There's one of my exes who had your mixes now. Ikwenda poor, but as a DJ, I know what you can do, and there's nothing that you've done different from what I expected from you. Martina, right?
Yeah.
Just as Belle would say, you need to make sure that you engage the audience, and we are your audience, but there's a better way of bringing it in. I have DJ Exclusive on call right about now, and we are talking about da-da-da-da-da. Let's hear from him. That's radio. That's how it works. Social media. Sijui ni selfie gani unapiga hapo. As a social media, you're the one in charge of the content on social media. 90% of the time, or rather 100% of the time, you are behind the camera. So when I saw you doing this, and you're recording, in my head I'm like, hey, boss, rather, you get. So you need to understand your role is to make them look better and project them out. Wherever you can, after the show, you can take your photos and post. But when it's them on air, it's all about them. And you were just the guy on the behind the camera. Ni kama ule mse, hautaimuona kwa hizi auditions. Ako tu huko nyuma.
True. And just like Exclusive said, it's not about you, it's about the audience always. Okay, even when you're on air, it's not about you na kenye nyinyi mnaongea kwa studio, it's about the listeners na kenye wao wanashika, right? I feel like you're very nervous, and I just want to let you know, like, you walk into a room, you keep your nerves away, because there's a million people who are your competition. If you walk in here nervous, it's not going to happen. Like, ukiingia hapo, just know this is your only chance and your last chance, and this is me to make it. And anytime you walk into a room, that's how you should feel, always. Especially if it's a competition. But I loved it. I loved the mixing, though. Like, hey, but thank you. I liked your DJing. It was very nice.
And one more very important thing, the content. You saw what happened with Akina Shafi and Akina John Falme. The moment, there's some sensitive topics, you have to know how to approach them. When you're talking about consent, and when you ask, do you think a guy should have consent, or already or you need to know there's some things, it's not taboo, but you really have to know how to approach it. Because I cringed when you started asking about, should a guy ask for, it's a non-factor. Like, we know for a fact a guy needs to have consent. So whenever you're on air, you need to understand the topic that you want to speak about. You need to understand the audience, and you also need to get all your facts right, so that you don't end up in a situation with Akina Shafi, because you'll say something and you're asking, but the way the audience will take it, she's saying that a guy you're asking about consent. You know, it's a very thin line, so you really need to be careful about the content that you put out.
Any questions for us? Otherwise, we will say goodbye. Not goodbye, goodbye.
But goodbye.
For the day.
Cheerio. Any questions, Martin? You looked quite depressed now. Don't be depressed.
No,
you did really well. You did really well. Breathe.
In London. Na wewe usijipige selfie hapa hivi ugeuze. Kimuondokea social media. No. So they can come without the DJ. No, 7. They can do without the DJ. Because the DJ was okay, so it's just the links. Yeah,
What have we do to get your love? Girl, I don't give you all I got, but it's not enough for you. Say you fire me, got a photo, girl. Now I be say I don't be getting enough for you. Yeah, waiting me down, nothing I can't do. My baby. Anytime when you need me, come through. My shawty, wallet. Waiting me down, nothing I can't do. My baby. My shawty, oh, my baby. Say you there for me. As I there for. Baby, say you there for.